go, go, got one. Go, go, go.
Part 2 of how I found out I was adopted and my parents had been keeping my whole life a lie. After taking the DNA test, the test results came back really unexpectedly. Like I said, I had always known I looked pretty different from my parents, but it was just crazy to see that I had no heritage shared with them, and I knew it had to be a mistake because obviously, they had me. They were only 2% Egyptian, and it said that I was 80% Egyptian, so that doesn't make sense. I confronted them about it, and they started screaming at me. They started crying and said I'd ruined their life and that I should never have taken a DNA test. They grounded me, but I asked them what they wanted to hide from me, and they didn't respond. Later, I contacted my grandma, and she told me the truth. The people I called mom and dad weren't even my real parents. They were my adopted parents, and it shocked me because that meant that my grandma wasn't even my real grandma either. She apologized for not telling me sooner, but she said my parents didn't want me to know. I didn't understand why they wanted to keep it a secret from me, and I asked them again, and they apologized for getting mad, and they said that they were just scared that they were going to lose me. That didn't change anything in our lives. I still love them.
Wow, this is easy. I got you. So I had a customer. Notice I said customer, not client, because she can never come to me again after this. But anyways, I had a customer that came to her appointment with her 4-year-old son. My policy's no kids, but he was pretty calm, so I was like, whatever, I'll still do your nails. So while I'm prepping her nails, she's basically being very fidgety. She's looking at her phone like every 2 seconds. And then once I'm done prepping her nails, she stops me and she's like, can I go downstairs and get my wallet? I left it in my car and I'd rather get it now than wait till you're done with my nails. I was like, okay, that's fine. So when she goes to her car, she leaves her son with me. So I would say about literally 25 minutes past, I'm up there with her son and she's still not back. So I go outside, she's gone.
This is part 1 of things that my strict parents didn't let me do, but I somehow found out a way to do it anyway. Or something like it. So growing up, my parents never let me go trick-or-treating because they believe that it's the devil's holiday. They didn't want to participate in any way, so they also put a sign on the front door that says, sorry kids, no trick-or-treat. The only thing they allowed me to do in elementary school was wear a costume to school because, I had to go to school, so they felt bad to leave me out. And of course I would beg them every single year if I can go trick-or-treating, but they always said no. One year I even gathered all the candies in the bottom of my candy drawer and put them in a shoebox and handed them out to people. Stale, nasty candy. I don't even know why they let me do that. And my parents would always let me go on walks on my street, but never on Halloween, just in case. So every single year on November 1st, I would take a walk all the way up and down my street, probably take like 3 laps just to be safe, and I would find candy that kids dropped while they were trick-or-treating on the ground, and I would take them home, and I would eat them.
Today at work, I was trying to call my wife, but for some reason, my phone calls weren't getting through to her, so I used one of my coworkers' phones to dial my house number and call home. So I call home, and a sweet voice answers the phone. It's my daughter. I go, hey, cutie, how you doing? She goes, hey, daddy, what's up? And I go, I'm just at work. What are you and mommy doing? She says, well, I just finished lunch, and mommy's upstairs. I go, cutie, what's mommy doing upstairs? She goes, she's with Uncle Paul. And I go, Uncle Paul? We don't have an Uncle Paul. What do you mean? She's like, yeah, she's with Uncle Paul. They're upstairs in their room. So I'm like, cutie, that doesn't sound right. So what I want you to do is I want you to leave the phone on the kitchen table, go upstairs to your mommy's room and say, hey, daddy just pulled in the driveway, and tell me what happens, all right? Did it, and like a minute later, she comes back and picks up the phone and goes, okay, daddy, I did it. And I go, okay, what happened? She goes, well, mommy came running out of her room naked, and she tripped down the stairs and bumped her head, and now she can't get up. So I was like, what about the other guy? And she goes, well, Uncle Paul tried to jump out of the window into the pool, but he missed and hit the floor. Now he won't wake up. So I was like, we don't have a pool. Then I look at the phone number, and I was like, oh, sorry, wrong number.
I started selling a series of crushed slimes in my shop many months ago, and they've all become super popular on my website. This week I went with an orange crushed slime based off of soda, and you're watching me make it right now. It has a vibrant orange color and is scented just like orange soda, which smells super realistic. It will also come topped with a Fanta bottle charm along with some adorable orange Fimo slices, which give the overall slime such a fun aesthetic. It will be restocked in my shop this Saturday along with several other new slimes. It is excellent for ASMR and bubble pops, and I love it so much. Thank you all so much for watching, and comment what your favorite soda is.
Let's have some breakfast. I have some orange marmalade and toast. Orange. This slime is so fun to mix. It has a super fluffy and chewy end texture. Restocking this on Saturday.
Let's go. Left foot, right foot, levitate. Pop stars, do a leap of
lace my shoes for all the blessings I was chasing. If I ever slip, I fall into a better situation. So catch up, go put some cheese on it, get out and get your bread up. They always leave when you fall, but you
Back in 2nd grade I was kinda chubby and there was this girl who was fucking skinny like actually. One day I ask her if I can play with her in the swings, she says no and pushes me. So basically she would be my bully. Now we're in 8th grade and she got chubby. I got skinnier and I also took her man, but that's beside the point. In 5th everyone would bully her just like she would bully me. One day I decide to go up to her and ask, hey, I know you get bullied but I want to be friends. She obviously said yes and asked if I wanted to go to her house. Of course I said yes. She had a brother that was cute ASF, but I was like 11, so I didn't give two flying fucks and decided to ask my mom if I can stay over just to try to seduce him. We got there and that hoe was boring as fuck. So like after 2 hours she says let's go to sleep. It was only like 7. I said yeah sure, why not? I couldn't sleep and then I heard noise coming from the kitchen. So I go and see her brother. Of course I tried popping my ass out so he can see it. He comes closer to me and
let's go. Left foot, right foot, levitating. Pop stars, do a leap with the baby. I had to lace my
It's time I wave goodbye from the window. Let's end this like we shouldn't say we're good.
What you been up to, Aiden? Yo, yeah, I've been dancing in my room.